Are we surprised? But are we surprised though? Let me just like suck Abby's tea a little bit more. You actually disgust me. Maybe we shouldn't be doing a dance about Anne Frank. Hello guys, welcome back to Dance Mums, and today it looks like we've got another crazy, chaotic episode in store for you guys. In the previous episode, we had the Drop Dead Diva outcome, we had Fix Your Hair, we had a broken foot. We had so many different things going on in the last episode that I'm genuinely shocked that these aren't all plot lines on Glee at the end of the day. Come on. We've seen some crazy stuff on this show so far, and you're telling me this is all reality? Okay. Well, today we're looking at season 2, episode 21, I think we're on. I've really lost track of how many episodes there are. There should not be more than like 20 episodes in a season. 22 at most. And the fact that we've got to go till 28, that's kind of crazy. So, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. And let's get into the pyramid, shall we? Because we've got some interesting placements in this one, I gotta say. So, this pyramid is a little bit different. It's a little bit interesting. And I feel like I might get some hate for where I've placed people. But we're going to stick with it for now. We have at the bottom Paige. Now, why is Paige at the bottom, you may ask? Well, I just think she was a little bit silly to be doing a backflip on a concrete floor. Next up, we have Melissa. Now, she's moved up one place, mostly because I appreciated the fact that she went in and basically had a go at Abby, but didn't have a go at her, kind of. Like, she came to blows with Abby, and I appreciated the fact that she put herself in that situation. Next up, we have Mackenzie. Mackenzie didn't really do much in the last episode, I have to be honest. Like, she just didn't do much. So, yeah. Next up, we have Kelly and Christi. Again, they didn't really do much in the last episode. They didn't really have any shining, defining moments. I just don't really know where else to put them because I had more of a claim to put other people higher up on the pyramid. So they kind of have to just sit on the bottom. Don't worry, I'm sure they won't be there next week. I'm sure they'll be moving up. Next up, we have Jill. I actually really appreciated Jill in the last episode. She made very, very good points. She does look out for Kendall, and I do appreciate that. But I do feel like this show is really setting her up to be this crazy mum, when I actually don't think she is. I think she's just playing the reality show game and is appearing crazy, and then Abby's knowing that she's doing this because the producers have told her, but she's still making her out to be this crazy dance mum, and I just don't appreciate the gaslighting from you, Abby. Next up, we have Kendall. Kendall is there because I just felt bad for her in the last episode. Like, there was just so much screaming and shouting going on because of her, and it was like, well, not because of her, but like, it was about her, and I just didn't feel like she deserved any of that. If I'm being 100% honest, I feel like that was wrong. Next up, we have Brooke. I haven't really got anything to say about Brooke or Chloe, apart from the fact that, like, I actually just thought they did quite well in the last episode. In that dance, the Twilight dance, one of my favourite dances of all time. It was incredible. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. So I had to put them there, but unfortunately, there are 3 people that did beat them. Next up, we have Maddie. So, Maddie is here because she won, I think. And she also came first in the Trophy Twilight thing. I don't know why I said Trophy Twilight. I think I'm actually just chatting out my ass now. I have run out of things to say. Which means that the top 2 people are going to be Nia and Holly because of the whole Fix Your Hair sequence. That was crazy. Whoever allowed Abby to work with children should be fired. So guys, now that we've done the pyramid, let's get into the episode.
Where are Paige and Kelly?
They're at the doctor's.
Today?
I think it's more serious than just a toe.
Are we surprised? But are we surprised though? Did you hear the crunch that they added in sound effects? The crunch was crazy, guys. Like, it actually was a wild and crazy thing that happened. I still can't believe they didn't just take her to the doctors immediately. Did they really think that she'd be okay? Did they really think it was going to be all right? No. No.
Take it for what it is, an accident, and not blame someone. But Abby is all about the blame.
I do get that she was warning the children, but like I think she forgets that these children are, and let me just check my notes here. They're children. They're not always going to listen to adults because they think that they know best, and they obviously don't. But you can't then hold it over them and be like, heh heh, see, heh heh.
Paige had an outstanding performance. She was 6th overall high score, and then accidents happen.
You see, I can't even judge because, like, I put her at the bottom of my pyramid because, like, actually, it's just, it's so unfortunate that she did that because she could have easily been, like, much higher, but just that one silly mistake made me go, for fuck's sake, Paige, for fuck's sake, come on.
And at the top of the pyramid is Maddie.
I can't even begrudge Maddie being on the top of the pyramid because obviously my pyramid is based off of what happens in the episode, not based on the dances. So, like, obviously Nia was going to be higher than Maddie because Nia obviously had more of a storyline with the whole fix your hair. Her dance, if I was basing it off of dances, I hated her dance. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I did. I've seen y'all in the comment section going, this is a fan favourite dance. Sometimes fans are wrong. They just are. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. And it's okay to admit that as well. Because this dance, outside of her giving a fantastic performance, was a hot mess. Absolute hot mess, and that's because there's only so much dancing you can do to unts music.
You will be doing the Diary of Anne Frank.
Ugh.
I know who Anne Frank is, but I'm just not sure what her story has to do with dancing.
Me neither, Brooke. Me neither. I almost spat my tea out there. I had to cramp my mouth over my face. Why? There are certain things that you just don't know. No. I don't think Jewish girl persecuted by the Nazis is a good idea for a dance competition. It's just reading is insensitive. Like, is this really what you want her to do? Oh, this is going to be uncomfortable to watch, I can already tell. It's just like the Helen Keller dance, but this is like 10 times worse in my opinion.
Chloe, you have asked me for years about a duet with you and Paige. This is the week.
Oh, you've got to be taking the piss, right? You have to be taking the piss. Because at this point in time, production knows that Paige is out, right? They know. At the doctor's office is code for we're working it into the episode. So the fact that Abby has given Chloe and Paige a duo when I am 99% sure at this point in time Abby knows that Paige is out. So the fact that they are giving Chloe a duo with a girl that has a broken foot, yeah. Do you know what? There are times when I'll be like, you know what, maybe they aren't setting Chloe up. But they actually are setting Chloe up in this instance. And it is kind of sad, I won't lie.
Oh my God, there's Kelly and Paige is in a boot.
We just got back from the orthopedic doctor. It's broken.
Broken, what did I tell you? The production, the producers were outside going, right, Kelly, wait until they're in the middle of rehearsals. Then we're going to send you in and you're going to go, just got back from the doctor's office, because they haven't, obviously. This has been a couple of days that she's been in that boot.
Because you got your duet this week.
Oh, Chloe is gonna be crushed.
Is it a coincidence that Chloe finally gets the duet with Paige that she's been wanting for years and 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 years? There are no coincidences on this show. There are none. I refuse to believe it. So, you know what? Hate me in the comment section. This is done on purpose. 100%. I'm sorry, it can't not be. Because I just don't get it. I don't understand how you can watch this and be like, oh yeah. And also, does this mean that she's just like out until the end of the series? Because I'm barely certain the series is only like 28 episodes long. And like 3 of those episodes are reunion episodes. So actually, we haven't got a lot of dancing time left. So are we going to see her dance again in season 3? Like, what's going on here?
I'm watching Brooke doing group rehearsals, and I see her holding her back, and I could just tell by her face that she's in pain.
Guys, back pain is no joke. It's no joke. Like, mine, I don't know whether mine is like tall people problems because I'm 6 foot, but like, I just don't know what's going on because it actually does just hurt a little bit too much for my liking sometimes. And it's like a dull ache. So I understand what Brooke's going through because she's doing all these backbendy flips and tricks and crunching and like my body could not survive that. If I tried to do that, I think my body would go into absolute shock.
At Brooke's age, most people stop doing acro. Your body just
Doesn't bend that way.
go.
What do you think Abby's body tells her? Stop eating.
First of all, Christi, Not okay. Not okay. We should be making cheap fat jokes. Second of all, that was absolutely hilarious and very well timed. Very well done. I'm disappointed, but I'm also very impressed. It's a complicated relationship I have with you sometimes. Sometimes the jokes are cheap, but sometimes they're very expensive.
Oh, what happened?
It's broke.
How long are you out for?
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks?
Jill's sitting there going, 4 to 6 weeks. That's 4 to 6 weeks that Abby needs. Kendall! Yes, we got him. We got him finally. We have our in. Yes!
Me and Chloe were supposed to have our duet.
So Abby told you you had a duet this week and now you can't dance it? Did she tell you who's going to be in it instead?
This woman is actually hilarious. Like, I gave Jill a rough time at the start. I'm not good with change. Okay, I don't like new people coming into my space. So when she came in, I was like, my barriers were up, my walls were up, but I've gotten to know her now and I really do like her. I think really like is a strong word, actually. I tolerate her and I think she's funny at times. And this is exactly the kind of moment that makes me chuckle. Let me get my 900 voice on. You were meant to be doing a solo this week? Oh my god, that's so terrible, honestly. I just couldn't have my little Kendall doing that. Well, do you know who's going to be replacing her? Because my little Kendall's got a very good chance of being in that duet instead of you. Okay, so why don't you go in there and give Abby a little good word on our part.
So Paige broke her foot.
Well, she didn't break her foot. She broke her toe up into her foot.
So she broke her foot, is what I'm hearing. She didn't break her foot, she broke her toe up into her foot. So part of her foot is broken. Is that what I'm hearing?
She can sniff out an opening. She must have smelled Paige's broken foot from a mile away. She's like, there's a spot in the pyramid for Kendall.
I have to give Jill props. I have to give her like props for having the balls of steel to walk into Abby and be like, so are there any openings for My Little Kendall? Because our side business selling My Little Kendall dolls is not really going very well, so we have to get back on the Abby Lee dance team.
And you don't walk into a rehearsal, you don't walk into Pyramid, you don't throw your kid at people.
I need to do what's best for Kendall.
I need to do what's best for the group.
Don't you
have
think
to
Kendall
understand
deserves to be in that group?
Kendall deserves nothing. It's not like
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Holly reaction shots, but something tells me that she's pissed off at Abby, because every time Abby says something, it's like we get a negative reaction from Holly. And I'm very interested to see whether Holly will come down and actually back Jill. I personally don't see the issue with Kendall being in the group if Paige is out.
I didn't know Paige was in there. I didn't go scouting out Paige. I went in, she was sitting there with a broken foot. I said, honey, how are you? What happened?
So what's going this weekend?
I really didn't do anything inappropriate.
I really didn't think I'd say this, but like, I actually agree with Jill. I don't think that, I think she was being a little bit like tongue-in-cheek with the fact that she was like, oh, who's replacing you in the duet? Like, but I don't think that that's necessarily anything. Like, I don't believe that she was doing it out of like a malicious intent, trying to get information out of Paige. I think she saw Paige and was like, what happened? And then like, I don't know. I just don't think it's like as malicious and nasty as Kelly's making it out to be.
Maddie has to fly out tomorrow morning to do Drop Dead Diva.
the group comes first.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
I have a really big problem with this, okay? Because obviously, you have given, okay, Maddie this role. Let's be honest. We've already discussed this in the last episode. This was set up by production. But now you're saying that she can't even go and do that because the group must come first. So, did you want her to get the job or did you not want her to get the job? Because, funnily enough, the job is not going to fit around your schedule, Abby Lee Miller. You are not the most important person in the universe. The universe does not revolve around you. So maybe you need to get down off your high horse and realise that this is a really good opportunity for Maddie. Let her go and do it. The group can wait.
When Maddie comes back, she's gonna have to play catch up. She better not come back as some Hollywood diva.
God, she's so vile. Like, what? As if Maddie's gonna go to Hollywood for one day, do one bit of filming and come back and being like, talk to my PA, not to me. Like, she just actually is just a very nasty, nasty woman, and I don't like her that much. I really don't. Abby, you're just the worst. the worst, 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 worst.
It's about the Holocaust. I mean, this is serious for Brooke. I don't know if she has what it takes to perform this number or not.
I don't think many children have what it takes to do a dance about the fucking Holocaust. That's not okay. Maybe we shouldn't be making a dance and putting these children in uncomfortable situations. Did nobody in production go, maybe this is a little bit insensitive? Maybe we shouldn't be doing this on national TV, international TV. Maybe we shouldn't be doing a dance about Anne Frank.
I can't believe that Kelly doesn't know who Anne Frank is. I mean, that's a standard part of curriculum in middle school.
I've never read The Diary of Anne Frank. It wasn't taught in our school. But obviously we learnt all about the Holocaust and World War II and shit like that. I've never read it, but I know of it. And I know about it, and I know roughly what it's about. I just haven't actually sat down and read it. And I probably will never, let's be honest, because I don't do a lot of reading.
I don't really know much about Anne Frank, but what I do know is that I don't think she was doing cartwheels.
I don't know much about Anne Frank either, but I also don't think she was doing cartwheels in that attic. Do you know what? I feel like that would have probably got her caught sooner. Why is she doing an acro number to Anne Frank? If anything, this should be like a slow, haunting, lyrical number. Why are there cartwheels and acro tricks in it? Like, actually, what's going on here? I feel like I've walked into a parallel universe and we're just not... What? Huh?
I'm looking for a replacement for the duet for Paige.
Abby's having auditions for the duet, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
It does seem a little bit ridiculous that you have Nia right there, not doing anything this week, but she's still auditioning Kendall.
I just think that you don't look that great with her. Like, it's a little off. It's a little quirky.
It's a little off. It's a little quirky. I don't think you two look good together. Just say it how it is, Abby. Just say it how it is. Come on. Say what you really want to say.
You guys are so selfish. I can't believe that's selfish.
No, I think it's selfish for you to think that she should be allowed.
I
Never
never
about
said
that. That's
I thought
selfish for
she
you.
should be allowed.
I don't know if it's selfish. I don't think selfish was the right word, Jill. I feel like there are better words to use than selfish. But I get what you mean in the sense of, like, at the end of the day, and this is like another thing that, like, Abby does a lot. The mums know that Jill is here to stay, right? They know she is. I would like to believe that there is an element of storyline manipulation here from the producers in the sense of, like, they've been told to have a discussion along this lines and they're just playing into it and playing up to the cameras because that's what's going to cause good TV. And I think that's fair and valid. If you're going to be on a reality TV show like this, do your job. Make reality TV gold.
My child has been here throughout.
She may not be right for the duet.
She's never right for those special parts unless she's lifting Mackenzie.
Clock it, Holly. Clock her shit. It's just very, very clear that she just has preferences here. Let's just put it that way. I think that there's a hierarchy when it comes to putting people in numbers. Maddie first, then she'll put Chloe in, then she'll put Brooke in, then potentially Paige, and then Nia's right at the bottom. Nia's the last person that she wants to have any, like, number that's outside of, like, a solo. And even then, when she does get a solo, she gets these shitty little numbers that are just not good enough for her to, like, really show off any kind of talent. They're the kind of shit that I would be doing when I was 7 years old. Well, not literally, actually, because she does do a lot of tricks that I can't do. But you get my point. Come on, it's not like it's hard choreography.
No need to get all belligerent and indignant with me.
I am, because I think you know better.
No, I think you look foolish.
Clock it. Clock it, Holly. Clock it. Do it. Yes, I agree. I completely agree. I think this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Put Nia in the number. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. But you're making it that hard.
You know, I think it's kind of funny that wherever you go, someone mysteriously, like, breaks a foot.
That's a very good point, actually. That's a very good point. Because when she was at the Candy Apples, that girl broke her leg, didn't she? That's kind of crazy. And now that she's back at Abbey Lee, Paige has broken something. That is very suspicious, I have to say. That is very suspicious indeed.
So by process of elimination, It's gotta be Kendall.
Oh, here we go. It's going to cause a load of drama. I don't like the idea that, oh, Nia doesn't fit in with Chloe. That just rings alarm bells in my head. And it makes me feel very uncomfortable the way she worded that. But it's what it is. Not really much you can do at the end of the day. Kendall's in the dance. Let's just hope that she does a good job. I'm so sick of every single one of, like, Maddie's numbers being, like, a little guitar going bling, 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 bling. Like, it happens all the time. Yeah, I'm just kind of a bit over it. It's always, like, the same, like, there's no discernible music that she has. The one time she did something different, it was a bit shit, I gotta be honest. But, like, still, it's just, like, the same kind of music. Like, if you told me this was the same music that she did last week, I'd believe you, because I don't remember what the music was last week. Because it was the same as the music the week before that, and the week before that.
Can you change her front aerial?
Just do a side aerial. You're the mommiographer, you know it all.
Oh, why is she acting like such a bitch? She's just asking for a little change in the choreography so that she doesn't have to do something that's going to severely impact her back. How difficult is it for you to understand that? Like, it actually does wind me up, because I feel like you take every single little, like, request from the mums as a personal attack, as if they don't know their children's health and well-being better than you do. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I think I'd give it a 7. I was noticing a lot of mistakes. There wasn't a lot of fluidity. And there wasn't, like, they weren't all in sync at times. Like, sometimes it would just be, like, a beat behind. But, I mean, considering Kendall wasn't in it for, like, a couple of days, Maddie missed a couple of days, and apparently Nia's the worst thing since sliced bread, then I think they did a very, very good job. I think it was fine. I think a ballet number, when you don't do ballet weekly, is very tough to pull out in 3 days. So the fact that they actually delivered something like this is kind of crazy and actually quite impressive, to be fair. So maybe I'm being a little bit mean, but I'm going to stick with a 7. That I'm going to stick there. I just think that maybe we need to give them a little bit more time if they're going to do something like this, because maybe 3 days is not enough to learn a full ballet number like this, especially when it's got a completely different technique to most other, like, disciplines of dance.
Wasn't exactly that je ne sais quoi that I was hoping for, now was it? More like, comme ci, comme ça?
Clearly, Abby's been taking some French lessons this week, and I'm impressed. Comme ci, comme ça. Yeah, that's what we call real lingo.
Give it up for Alouette from Abby Lee Dance Company.
Do you know what? They did a good job to come first, I have to say. I don't know. Like, I feel like the tough thing is that we only get to see their dances. We don't get to see anybody else's dances. So, like, the other dances could have been absolutely horrendous, and that's why they won. Either way, is what it is. Well done. I'm impressed. And another win under their belt. They were on a losing streak for a long time. Now it seems like they're on a winning streak. Let's go.
Congratulations, ladies!
Not very comme ci, comme ça now, is it, Abby?
You know, should I have her dance? Shouldn't I have her dance? I mean, your back is not something to mess with.
Believe me, Kelly, I know. Crippled I've been. Crippled with pain. Not literally. Like, one day was absolutely horrendous. The other days it's just aching and a little bit, like, sore. But, like, I could not be putting myself through acrobatics like that. Absolutely not. I couldn't be, because I can guarantee you that Abby is not teaching her how to safely do it. She's just like, oh, do a front aerial, but she's not teaching her how to position her body, because she can't fucking do it herself. Like, at least if you have an acrobatic specialist who can still do it, and she can show, okay, you need to have your hips aligned like this, and then go over at this angle. But, like, Abby's just telling her what to do. I'm not sure that she's teaching Brooke how to do this kind of thing safely. Aside from the actual lack of dance moves and just the most of it being flips and tricks, I thought it was very entertaining and very fun, and it looked like she was having a good time. I don't know why Abby has to choreograph in these really long pause segments where she just poses and looks at the judges. I think it really jars the whole performance. But I would give that an 8. I really enjoyed it. I thought she was very fun and funky. So I got to give her props are due. So yeah, very, very well done. I've not really got much else to say. It's Mackenzie at the end of the day. And I love watching her perform. She's so funny.
Abby, I don't think Brooke's gonna do her solo.
When you walk into a room and you see a child lying in pain on the floor, what other reaction is there than to go, that's fine. Clearly, you need to take some time. Clearly, this is going to do you more harm than good. Who walks into the room and is about to kick off because this girl is in pain? Like, it actually just, it makes me shake with anger, because how is she allowed to be around children? How? How is this woman allowed within 500 feet of children? It should not be possible, because the damage she inflicts on them is wild to me.
I wish Kelly would have pulled Brooke's solo earlier, because then maybe Kendall would be dancing a solo today as well.
Oh, Jill, now is not the time. Now is not the time. She's already doing a duet. Let us not be giving her three dances on her first week back. Let's not be doing that. Let's not make Brooke being hurt all about you. Jill, I've been your biggest defender this entire time, and now you're starting to piss me off a little bit.
I think Kelly and Brooke have it all cooked up. They're going to pull this number because she knows that there are really great dancers here. She does not want to get on that stage and not win.
I can't be bothered with it. I can't. Why? Do you really think that she cares that much about winning? Do you really think that she wants to go out there and, like, win? So much so that when she looks at the other competitions and she's like, I'm not going to win, she cooks up this story about a bad back. And, oh my goodness, oh wow, oh, she must be making it up because there's good competition out there. Shut your pie hole. Shut it.
I think Kelly is definitely doing the right thing by telling Abby she can't dance.
Even Melissa's on Kelly's side. That's how you know it's fair. That's how you know it's fair. Because, like, there's been times when I've been like, oh yeah, Kelly's in the right. And Melissa's been like, oh, let me just, like, suck Abby's teeth a little bit more. Just like, but, like, this time she's like, no, I actually do agree with Kelly. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful indeed.
I just had another dream. No more trying. This is me over you.
Yeah, I'd give that a 9 out of 10. Again, it's just missing that, like, oh, moment where I'm like, oh, wow. But, yeah, 9 out of 10. I feel like that's fair. I've just got no notes for her because she just dances so flawlessly. And, like, I really want her to step outside of her comfort zone and do something a little bit kooky, a little bit crazy. Because I feel like she's so comfortably in that lyrical, like, bubble that I wanted to see her win with, like, something else. You can't be a good dancer and only have one style. That's how I feel. I feel like she needs to have multiple bows to her string. And, like, yeah, she can do contemporary, but, like, can she do a contemporary solo? Let's see her do that. Although, yeah, like, what actually is contemporary dance? Because I feel like contemporary dance changes based on who you talk to. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, said the daisy, welcome to a world called crazy.
I hate to say it, but I just didn't rate it. I didn't think it was that good. Everyone's like sitting there going, oh my god, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and I just didn't rate it. I'd give it a 6. I thought there were nice moments. There were good, very clear moments of, wow, okay, this is a nice part of the number. But we also just didn't get to see a lot of the number because a lot of it was reaction shots of the bloody mums in the audience. So what's the point of showing us it if you're not actually going to show us the number? Yeah, I've not really got much else to say on this one. Just a 6 out of 10. It was alright. I enjoyed it, but, like, meh.
I think she's the clear-cut winner. There's lots of other little girls that would have loved to have been second. But it's the first one to lose.
At this point in time, just be happy for Mackenzie, do you know what I mean? You don't need to be bringing out your whole second as the first person to lose vitriol that you like to spew out whenever something doesn't go your way. She did well, she came second, is what it is, move on.
Over you, Maddie from Abby Lee Dance Company.
Felt like we knew Maddie was going to win. I feel like this is a surprise to absolutely no one. So congratulations, Maddie. I've got nothing else to say. Because like I said, like the results I don't really care about.
Chasing answers, it's Chloe and Kendall from Abby Lee Dance Company.
Yay! Well done. Well done, you two. Good job. Well done. I can't take that away from you. You did a good job at the end of the day. So congratulations. Well done. Let's move on.
Really, Abby, these girls have just danced their heart out, and the only thing you care about is Maddie running her drop-dead diva dance in front of everyone.
Chloe and Kendall also won. The whole group won, and Maddie won. Fair enough. But yeah, there's not a congratulations for anybody else. Does that not feel a little bit odd, a little bit weird, a little bit strange to anyone else? Because why do you not just like ask her to do that in rehearsals? Why are you asking her to do it in a cramped dressing room where she can't properly do it? Like, get her to do it properly like some other time. Oh god, actually, and I know this is going to cause an argument, and like rightfully so. This is ridiculous.
I have heard you say to her, to that little 9-year-old girl, no one would be happy for you. Everyone's jealous of you. Why do you say that?
Look
no,
at
we're
you.
not.
It's so funny because nobody's jealous of Maddie. Nobody is jealous of Maddie. They're jealous of how you treat Maddie and how she's raised up as some kind of idol to behold when all the other kids are like pushed down, squashed on, trod on by you as a dance teacher. You literally came out with today in this episode, Nia's not the right fit to work with Chloe. Who cares? Let her dance. It doesn't matter. Like, I know you say that you want to make employable dancers and that you don't care about competition wins. But actually, I'm seeing the complete opposite. All you care about is competition wins. You don't care about employable dancers. At all.
My daughter and the rest of the kids.
A little snake.
How dare you call my daughter a sneak?
Where is this coming from? Why would you call a 10-year-old girl a snake? What? Where has this come from, Abby? Why have you got to use the children as weapons and attack them as well? Right, listen, y'all in the comment section that wanted me to put Abby on the board, I'd have ripped up her picture about 10 times by now. Every time I put her back up, I'd rip it up. Because I actually just don't think she even deserves a placement. She doesn't deserve her fame. She doesn't deserve anything. The fact that she is not in prison for child endangerment and child like abuse right now is wild to me. Like the fact that she got done on like tax evasion. Nah, she should have been doing 20 years in pen for child abuse.
Because in 5 years she might not be talented anymore. Look at Brooke.
What? No, that's vile. That's actually incredibly vile. You actually disgust me as a human being. You do. How can you come out with stuff like that? How can you be like, she's talented now, but she might not be in 5 years? Look at Brooke. Honestly, Abby is so lucky that these mums have like ironclad contracts with this production company. Otherwise, she would be left with 0 talented dancers in her like elite team or whatever it's called. Whatever this thing is called. She'd have nobody there. Everybody would have left. She would have only had Maddie. She wouldn't be able to do any group numbers. She would have literally had Maddie and Mackenzie, and that's it.
Everyone in this room is talented, and if you really...
You're not!
Oh, please. I have more talent in my pinky than you.
Boy,
Oh! Abby said, I have more talent in my pinky than you have in your entire body. And Christi just quoted that back to her. Yes, revenge is a dish best served spicy.
Whore, whore, whore. Or as Kelly would say, maybe you're a virgin because no one would...
Whore, whore, whore. Or as Kelly said, Kelly's thinking, don't bring me into this. Or as Kelly says, maybe you're a virgin because who'd want to fuck that? I hate that I'm rewarding bad behaviour, but you know, you gotta be moved up. You got to be. This is one of your best moments. One of your best. Even though you're being absolutely vile and nasty right now, Abby's deserving every single moment of this. Wow. We have some legendary quotes from this episode. I actually can't believe how wild this got towards the end. I cannot believe that Abby dared to call Chloe a snake when she is quite literally anything but. That was just vile and disgusting to me. I just think that Abby needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Maybe she needs to take a DBS check because I'm pretty sure she would fail. If anybody from the police or the government or anybody at Child Welfare Services watched her classes, they would bang her up immediately. Put her in jail. They'd be like, you're not allowed to work with children anymore. You're not allowed. I'm really sorry, you're going to have to work in the post office because you're not working here anymore. Not at all. You can work in McDonald's because you seem to be there on your lunch breaks anyway. So, I just think Abby needs to take a long, hard look at herself, sort her life out, maybe come back, be a little bit nicer. Is that going to happen? Absolutely not. I'm not surprised that they've created a monster. They've created a monster with this TV show. And unfortunately, they just don't like keeping her in check. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Oh my god, I'm just remembering all the crazy stuff that happened in this episode. Thank you for watching. See you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.